on TMZ.
Okay, there is a reason the judge has said that Cassie must be off the stand by the end of today, and it involves the Jiffy Pop principle. Prosecutors are concerned she is going to go into labor this weekend.
Trial testimony is interrupted all the time. I understand the prosecutor wants her to finish.
But the only thing is that you don't know how long she's going to be out. If she doesn't finish, when's she going to finish?
Cool moment for some graduating seniors at Fordham University. They're having a graduation party, and then out of nowhere, The Weeknd comes in. The Weeknd! Jimmy Fallon's the DJ, and then Jimmy performed with The Weeknd as well.
Of course he did.
He always jumps in.
But just like introduce them and like step to the side.
The students have got to say, Jimmy, sit down!
Former FBI Director James Comey is being criminally investigated by the Trump administration. He posted an image of numbers. 86 is obviously the universal symbol for get rid of something. 47 is Donald Trump's presidential number. Donald Trump has suggested that this was obviously a call for assassination.
This is ridiculous to talk about 86 like it means assassinate. This is meant to intimidate political opponents.
Intimidate all of us.
I did the show yesterday on Diddy, and Nancy Grace went nuts over the testimony that Cassie got peed on by Diddy.
You think that was consensual? Good luck selling that to a jury.
It's like a general consensus. Nobody wants to be peed on.
That's not true. Suggesting that some people are not into this is silly.
You're saying someone sitting here likes to pee.
Wonder who it is!
Babies, they enrich us, they amuse us, and if you're the Diddy prosecutors, they keep your star witness from being cross-examined. Maybe. We'll explain.
Prosecutors are concerned that Cassie is so pregnant that she is going to go into labor this weekend. Their concern is if she's still on the stand and then the jury finds out that she went into labor, they could view it as this was so stressful, look what Diddy did to her, and they declare a mistrial. I think the bigger fear is that if she doesn't finish, when's she gonna finish? You know, I mean, she's gonna go into the hospital and who knows what's gonna happen. I mean, you don't know whether there are gonna be complications, you don't know what the recovery is.
Does she have a say in this? Like, can she say, I want to stay and get it all out?
Wait, get what all out? Testimony or the baby?
Either one will make for a riveting day in court. Speaking of which, it's been a hell of a trial so far.
To me, it's just that nobody is connecting that circle fully.
Even Diddy's
team, the prosecutors, it's like they get into something and you're thinking, okay, I know where they're going, but they never button it up. You're acting like the whole case is over. We've got 7 more weeks of testimony. No, I know, and they may close the loop.
I think that if the jury were to vote today, they would vote to convict, and I think...
But convict on what?
He's guilty of stuff, Harvey.
Her fine legal mind is wasted here. In the meantime, we're sure this isn't easy for Cassie, because as eminent pediatrician Dr. Benjamin Spock once said,
being pregnant sucks. It's terrible.
So why do you keep doing it?
I don't know.
'Cause babies are wonderful for a little while, and then they just turn into little money vacuums. Like, seriously. See you in court, everybody.
What do you think about all the attention that your relationship has been getting?
Bill Belichick sat down with Michael Strahan on Good Morning America and was raving about his girlfriend, Jordan Hudson.
Yeah, well, she's been terrific, through the whole process, and she's been very helpful to me. She does the business things that don't relate to North Carolina.
And she wasn't even there making him say it.
That we know of.
What does Jordan mean to you?
I'm not talking about personal relationships, Michael. You know that.
Okay, I know that, Coach. But I'm saying, are you happy?
Yeah.
You look happy.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something. I have no idea if this is happening to him, but if an older man who has kids, maybe 70, hooks up with a 25-year-old girl and he has kids who are 40, is it wrong for him to leave everything to the woman he loves?
You can leave some, but you have to have... Oh, come on.
Christina, your kids are not entitled to your money. Yes, they are. Why are you working there?
Why are they entitled to your money?
Okay, but when you're 80 years old, who's going to wipe your butt?
My 25-year-old girlfriend.
Jean, can you sign?
Ooh la la, it's Katy Perry and Kim Kardashian leaving a restaurant in Paris where they celebrated the bride-to-be, Lauren Sanchez, by eating fried chicken and salad Caesar, whatever that is.
The ultimate girls' night out went down in Paris. Kim Kardashian, Lauren Sanchez, and Katy Perry.
Was this a pre-bachelorette party?
That's what they're saying, but it's also a Space Origin reunion where they replace Gayle with Kim. But even though Kim looks great, it might not be that great a look considering her ongoing trial.
The judge is saying no big deal. She wasn't traumatized. I'm not saying she wasn't, because she was.
But the judge may take this into consideration. And it looks like Kim has to go to court again. The Queen's Court! Since she and Katy could be Lauren's bridesmaids in her upcoming Italian wedding.
She doesn't want Kim and them up there. She doesn't want her thunder stolen.
It's like when Kate Middleton got married and all we cared about was Pippa's butt.
I still care about Pippa's butt.
Pippa down, horn dog. But what about Jeff?
Who are his groomsmen?
Does Jeff Bezos have any guy friends? You never see him hang out with, like, guys.
Of course he does. There's Alex and Tom and...
I'm dying to know, is Trump invited?
Probably, but the tariff on Italy might be too hefty to bring him over. Hope you ladies had a nice night out.
Cassie. Special guest DJ Jimmy Fallon.
Cool moment for some graduating seniors at Fordham University. So they're having a graduation party at the Lincoln Center on campus, and Jimmy Fallon's the DJ, and then out of nowhere, the Weeknd comes in.
Let's get louder! Ladies and gentlemen, the Weeknd!
And he starts performing Blinding Lights, and obviously the students are stoked.
I've been on my own for long enough. Maybe you can show me how to love.
Wow.
Oh my God.
That's really
That's
cool.
awesome.
The Weeknd was on the late night show with Jimmy Fallon, and this was part of the show.
Still worth it. I don't care how I get the weekend.
And then Jimmy Fallon performed with the Weeknd as well.
Of course he did.
He always jumps in.
Like, just like introduce them and like step to the side.
The students have got to say, Jimmy, sit down.
You've waited years for it. You never thought it would come. But guess what, people? It's here!
Rihanna dropped a new song.
What?
It's for her new Smurfs movie.
Oh.
Yeah, that pretty much captures everyone's sentiment.
But it counts.
It's still a song.
That checks out. It is still a song. And since Rihanna voices Smurfette in the movie, there was no doubt she'd be providing a tune. This one called Friend of Mine. Hit it!
Ooh, I think the word here is deja vu. Just me tonight, but you feel like a friend of mine.
Not that bad, but still.
It's a kid's song?
So what? People of all ages can still get down with it, as seen by this middle-aged man embarrassing himself.
The Smurfs must have paid Rihanna so much money.
Don't think the Smurfs are actually the ones giving her money themselves, but yeah. Or maybe she did it for other reasons.
Unless it's just because she's so into kids now.
Oh, true.
It's a little adult for kids.
What does that mean?
It sounds like a rave. It sounds like you should have Molly and be like...
I mean, this song is perfect for a kid rave.
Yeah, I wouldn't go to a kid rave.
Maybe your kids would want to go to a kid rave.
Too loud.
What if they like it?
I don't give a shit what they like. It's what I like.
No wonder Papa Smurf never got married. Now, kid rave us out of here, Riri!
You think that was consensual? Good luck selling that to a jury.
I did the show yesterday on Diddy, and oh my God, Nancy Grace went nuts on Mark Garagos over the testimony that Cassie got peed on by Diddy.
You think a woman on this jury is going to believe that Cassie Ventura wanted to be filmed and literally choke on a male sex worker's urine?
I think they're counting on the fact that you get the Nancy Grace doesn't like baby oil or doesn't like being urinated on.
That's pretty general. It's not just Nancy Grace.
No, but it is weird to say that she is the anomaly. Most people are like Nancy Grace.
Charlie Neff always talks about communities. There's a Spice Girl community.
There is.
There's a Spanx community.
And now there's a mouth pee community.
There is.
What are the odds of getting someone from the mouth pee community on the jury?
I think that you guys suggesting that some people are not into this is
I'm
silly.
saying some people are.
Well, I'm saying, what are the odds you have one of those people on that jury?
About 95%. 95%. That one person on that jury is open to the idea.
So you're saying someone sitting in here likes to pee?
That's pretty general. It's not just Nancy Grace.
Coming up.
A lot of celebrities attended this year's Met Gala, but Billie Eilish was not one of them, despite there being AI-made pictures of her being there. And she spoke up, and the reason she spoke up is because people were trashing her outfit.
Coming up.
Donald Trump, he decided to tweet out, has anyone noticed that since I said I hate Taylor Swift, she is no longer hot?
What? Be right back.
He knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
And there's a clip that aged like a fine bottle of milk. And now Justin Bieber is speaking out after getting dragged into all this Diddy drama.
Given where Diddy stands and all of these allegations, people are wondering, was Justin Bieber one of his victims?
It's all over social media.
Well, relax your typing fingers. Sources close to Justin tell us no, he was never abused by Diddy. A rep adds there are individuals who are genuinely harmed by him. Shifting focus away from this reality detracts from the justice these victims rightfully deserve. So, what set everybody off? Well, the clip from Kimmel in 2011 where Diddy seemingly jokes, "Don't talk about our time together."
And what he's referring to is their hang session in 2009.
When Justin was 15.
For the next 48 hours, he's with me. So, and we're gonna go full crazy.
Going crazy.
Those 48 hours must have been wild.
If there were 48 hours. What we heard was Justin really had no relationship with Diddy. It was his sons. And that it was all this performative stuff.
He's going through a lot right now, and it's good to hear that he wasn't also a victim of Diddy.
Well, it's just people feel like he's been troubled this year. And so people thought that everything going on with Diddy was affecting Justin.
So the suspicion was that he was being forced to relive the trauma?
Yes.
We get into a lot of the trauma and everything else in our documentary that we just did.
TMZ investigates what happened to Justin Bieber, now on Hulu.
And now we also know what didn't happen. So thanks for clearing things up, Justin. Stay cool.
Sports Illustrated continues to celebrate their 4-cover swimsuit edition this year. They had a huge party in New York at the Hard Rock Hotel. And a lot of people were there. We have Livy Dunn, of course, Selma Hayek, Jordan Childs, having a little fun together. Gronk was there with 50 Cent and Gronk's girlfriend, Camille Kostic. 50 Cent was there, he performed. It was a great time. A lot of
Wait a minute, 50 Cent was there?
50 Cent was there, he performed.
When is 50 Cent's documentary coming out?
I know, on Diddy? I have no idea.
Well, they gotta wait for the trial to end.
No, we've done 4.
Have you got one in the works, though?
Yes, and it's a good one.
I bet.
This was solely Harvey's idea, so yes, it's the best one.
Is it not a bad idea?
No, it's a great idea, boss.
Seeing people talk about what I wore to this year's Met Gala being trash.
That's Billie Eilish firing back at the haters over her Met Gala outfit this year, which honestly looks pretty hot to us. But let them have it, Billie.
I wasn't there.
What? But you're in a Met Gala montage and on the carpet.
That's AI. I had a show in Europe that night. Let me be. I wasn't even there.
Oh my God, the robots have done it again. But this time they're weaponizing a bustier dress. And Billie's not having it.
And the reason she spoke up is because people were trashing her outfit.
Oh, that's so funny. I never thought of that. It's the vanity part of it.
It's a losing battle with the AI, I sort of think.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis, Tom Hanks, Scarlett Johansson, and Drake have all had to fight back against AI-generated images being used of them.
So we're going to have AI. It's going to take over pretty much everything in entertainment.
Great.
And then in other places of the workforce in the world. And as that happens, robots get developed, and they've developed emotions, and all of a sudden, they're able to think amongst themselves. They will destroy the world and us, the end.
Okay. Biddy, that's all, folks.
You don't want to give any hope at the end of that at
See ya. Donald Trump woke up today and just decided to take a shot at Taylor Swift for no reason. I'm not really sure why, but he decided to tweet out to all of his followers, has anyone noticed that since I said I hate Taylor Swift, she is no longer hot?
What? That doesn't make any sense.
That's hysterical.
He's not talking about good looking, he's talking about happening right now. He put it like this.
Yeah. No, he said because we haven't seen her in a long time. Can I just say, a lot of the things he says make you just, oh my God, this is funny.
Why is he waiting at all? Why is he making the point?
It's just funny.
He doesn't mean it to be funny. He doesn't mean it to be funny. He doesn't mean it to be funny.
It's funny.
He doesn't mean it to be funny.
It doesn't matter if he has the intention. It is funny.
Can I ask you a question, and you be honest? Do you remember when Rachel Yucatel fell and did a face plant outside of BOA?
I do.
Oh my God. She didn't intend to do it. Did you laugh?
Hysterically at Rachel Yucatel.
She didn't intend it.
I'm not saying that
she didn't.
You guys are giving him credit.
I rest my case.
Coming up.
James Comey posted an image of numbers. 86 is obviously the universal symbol for get rid of something. 47 is Donald Trump's presidential number. Donald Trump has suggested that this was a call for assassination.
This is ridiculous to talk about 86 like it means assassinate.
It's time for a TMZ pop quiz. What do the numbers 8647 mean? If you said a criminal investigation of former FBI Director James Comey, you're right!
Former FBI Director James Comey is being criminally investigated by the Trump administration for taking a not-so-subtle dig at the former president.
And that dig? Seashells!
He posted a picture of some shells he saw on a beach walk, forming the numbers 8647. 86 is obviously the universal symbol for get rid of something. 47 is Donald Trump's presidential number.
But that number 86 is being interpreted differently by different people.
Donald Trump Jr. took to social media suggesting that it was a call to assassinate the president.
As did Trump.
That meant assassination.
Comey did post an apology, saying he didn't know some people associate those numbers with violence.
I write a lot of posts for the website. I've used 86 a million times in the way of get rid of, but not kill. This is meant to intimidate political opponents. And everybody should be concerned about this, whether you support him or not.
For a president who has had an attempt on his life 2 times in the last year, should they not at least look into...
The way to read this is fire him.
Or kill him.
No, it doesn't say 18747.
That James Comey was going to assassinate the president is so far-fetched.
Let's give the last word to someone else.
This is so boring. We're talking about seashells.
No, 86 that. Someone else.
The bigger point is we have got to be able to have the right and freedom to express ourselves in this country.
Especially with seashells.
Coming up.
Wally Baram, she's in a show called Overcompensating. So she's sitting down with Kelly Clarkson and she's talking about her first time on set. And apparently she used the prop toilet.
You come out and someone lets you know that that's a prop toilet.
Wally Baram, she's 27. She had won like a bunch of comedy contests in 2020, but now she's in a show called Overcompensating about like a girl who goes to college that was an awkward teenager. So she's sitting down with Kelly Clarkson and she's talking about her first time on set.
I'd written a show, but I didn't have any set experience.
And apparently she used the prop toilet.
There's no introduction to being on a set. Suddenly you're just on a set and you're using a toilet, and then you come out and someone lets you know that that's a prop toilet.
Oh God. Oh no. So she had to discreetly go back to the prop toilet and use paper towels and clean it.
Right, like a raccoon. And then I shoved it in my purse. And then I disposed of it in the big trash can, and then they were like, "Where's your purse?" And I was like, "Oh no!"
Was it poop or pee? One or two?
It had to be poop. Like if it's poop, you just leave it and pretend like it wasn't you.
No, if it's poop, you just look down and you go and say, "Look, someone just pooped in here." What is going on?
Believe it or not, that's an actor.